waiting outside of the palace. Yeah, keep waiting, because the process or the time it will take for them to get into the monarchy, into the palace, will be excruciatingly painful. This is the delayed process that the monarchy is planning at the moment to stop them, to block them. Now, I have one report here that I want to share with you to begin with. Take a listen at this one.
On the other side, though, of course, there is the fear that with Harry and Meghan there comes a circus, and that circus will overshadow the work that the monarchy are trying to do.
As we mentioned, the front page of the Times looks at how the King is going to handle the return of Prince Harry to the UK. It's understood the King was with Prince William when the news broke and insisted privately that the work of the institution is not going to change. But in a personal capacity, he is very pleased at the opportunity to see more of his family.
Okay. Two things here. Number one, is going to be a circus. Of course, it is already a circus, what they are doing from Montechicho or from California. And number two is the priority is not on Sperry. The priority is on William. And this is what the King made very clear. We are not going to be bothered by what Sperry and Nutmeg is doing. We will continue our work. But again, a lot of people are saying, well, no, that's not what King Charles means when he says these things. He basically is prioritizing Harry over William. But that is something we will find out more a little bit in a second. But take a listen at this Tom Bauer commentary from Dan Warden Show.
I think they're desperate. I think they're desperate because they run out of any hope of conquering Hollywood. They're isolated in America. I think the money is running down. And I think as well that Harry is terribly concerned that he could lose his titles. I think he's desperate about his status in Britain. And
he's terrified about losing his titles, and he's terrified of so many other things, losing his inheritance, anything. Now, the motive for moving back to the UK, Nutmeg is moving back temporarily to complete this movie. Okay, so she's going to spin this as focus on her career. The most selfish woman there is. It proves she did not experience any racism, just an excuse to leave the UK. And they have posted a parody, I believe, where it shows that she's doing some kind of movie, some kind of acting. And these are all very, very fictitious. Take a look. This is very funny. She stepped out and she saw the car took off, okay, without her. And so that was a funny skit here. Now, King Charles can say that there will be no change with Harry, but that's impossible to say right now. The institution will have to adjust a bit, as Sperry and Nutmeg will likely constantly try to clash and one up members of the royal family on engagement. So basically, people are fearing that there could be a big shift, big changes in the institution. But at the same time, there are reports that suggest William is going to be making this process, whole thing, very, very painful, very, very, slow, so that by the time King, who knows how long he will leave, but by the time Sperry and Nutmeg would be able to actually have any access into the monarchy, it will be William who will be the king. And he will definitely then stop them, prevent them for good, and who knows, take their titles away. Take a listen at this one from the Talk TV show, Visa Bombshell.
I have to say that I do believe that this very important issue of Harry's immigration records has been an important factor in the background of the Sussex's decision to leave the United States. It's one of several key factors.
Okay, so basically they're saying that because his visa is not valid anymore, because he is illegal in the States, Sperry is now desperate to move back because he doesn't want to be in Portugal, because Portugal, from there he can do really nothing other than just scratching his head, bald head.
That are in play. After all, this is a very sudden surprise decision.
Say that again.
Even the King did not know about this until last Sunday. Prince William was completely blindsided by this. He's the future king. And so this is an extraordinary decision taken by the Sussexes, and you have to.
The show they are putting up, Sperry and Nutmeg, is the show of their own. We are coming back on our own terms and conditions. We're going to make a lot of money, and then we'll decide. But I think they are going to stay. They will not decide. They're going to stay. As I said, Nutmeg is right now terrified of going bankrupt.
There are clearly, though, lots of questions, particularly about who will pay for Harry, Meghan and their family. Their security could cost around £5 million a year. Sarah Hewson, the royal commentator, is here.
So right now, I just want to have one thing to add. In a recent interview, a British Prime Minister, I do not know if he will be the Prime Minister or if he's already Prime Minister, the new one I'm talking about. He basically said that no, the security, none of those things will be paid by the UK government. This is Sperry and Nutmeg's private matter, and he respects their privacy, and that he will not interfere, get involved in all of this, and he wished them all the best. So therefore, it is quite obvious that for the security question, Sperry and Nutmeg will not even talk about that, because those things don't even exist. We have no problem with security.
And that he could lose his titles. I think he's desperate about his status in Britain. And he's lonely in America. I think that he needs Britain because that is really his home. And he's been unable to shape any sort of career in California. And as far as Meghan is concerned, I've always thought she relies on...
I don't agree that he's returning because he thinks that's his home. He doesn't care about his home. The reason he's returning is because he is such a complete disaster and a complete failure in California. That is the reason. If they were making millions, they would not have gone back to UK. Forget about doing a role in a movie or whatever Nutmeg is coming up with.
She relies on him. There's no way that she can survive without him and his status. And she herself is humiliated by her failures. So it makes sense for them to come back to Britain. But whether the royal family really is going to welcome them, I must say I doubt.
Bauer revealed Harry's disturbing plan is to use charities to worm his way back into royal life.
Problems. He wants status. Right. He wants a life worth living. And I think what he'll do is he'll inveigle himself into various charities here. He will find quite easily some charities who will be delighted to have him as their figurehead and as their guest. And he hopes that way, one way or another, he can worm his way back into...
Yeah, Sophie Shanduka should be coming after him. She should be exposing his lies, his abusive behavior, and show the whole world what a charitable person he is. Right now, the palace is trying their best with the leadership of William to block their return in any way, shape, or form, whichever way they can, because if they don't try right now, it will be too late, and before they even know it, who knows, they might be knocking on the door of the palace, and that's not what the palace wants. But definitely they are prepared to block him, to ban him, and to put an end to all of this drama once and for all.